Is it running, HIIT, lifting weights? What is the best workout for fat loss? Well, in this video, I'm going to discuss exactly that, and chances are it's not going to be what you expect. Now, before we get stuck into the rest of the video, I want to mention the most important part first of all, and that's the fact that regardless of your workout, you're not going to lose body fat from it if your nutrition isn't in the right place, because your nutrition is the main driver for fat loss. You need to be in a calorie deficit for fat loss. So regardless of the type of workout you do, if you're eating too many calories at the end of the day, you're not going to lose body fat. But now, saying that, there are a few things that you can do for your nutrition and calorie deficit when it comes to movement and exercise that's going to only help with your fat loss progress. And the first being strength training. And the reason why I say that is because lifting weights alongside a progressive overload helps you keep or grow valuable muscle. So you don't just look smaller, you also look leaner. And I know that's what you're after. So yeah, ensure that your strength training, I would say about 3 to 4 times a week, is a really good sweet spot, and you're progressively overloading over time. And then another very important factor, and by the way, this is in no particular order, is your everyday movement outside of the gym, going on walks, for example, because I think what happens is a lot of people overestimate how much of a difference the 30-minute workout in the gym is making to your fat loss progress. And they only think about that, but then they don't really think about the other 23 and a half hours within the day. But if you're working out for half an hour in the gym, you're strength training, you're progressively overloading, that's great. But when it comes to fat loss specifically, you need to really think about the other 23 and a half hours as well. What's your nutrition looking like? Is your protein in a good place? Are you in a calorie deficit? Are you getting a good step count in? Because if you're spending that entire day sedentary and, maybe have really low protein and fiber intake, then you're going to have a really challenging time in that aspect as well. So really think about having, I would say, a good step goal. Maybe you could aim for like 2.5 more than you're averaging right now. So if you're averaging 5K, maybe aim for 7.5K. And that could be a really good place to aim for consistently, of course. And then I really want to emphasize as well is that cardio can be helpful. I'm not trying to knock it. I do cardio myself, but I do it mostly for heart health, not for fat loss, because like I said, when you start working out primarily for fat loss, it's not a good idea, first of all, because again, fat loss comes from your nutrition. But I also feel like it's an easy way to build a poor relationship with exercise for a lot of people. So don't do cardio with, and I know walking can count as cardio, and I just mentioned walking before, but when I say cardio now, I'm talking about like machines on the gym, for example, or running outside. Don't do it with the intent of trying to lose body fat. Do it with the intent of trying to get fitter, healthier, improving your heart health, which at the end of the day is the most important muscle in your body. And then the final point I want to address in this video is the persistent myth that HIIT workouts seem to be the gold standard for fat loss. If anything, I would say it's like the polar opposite. It's not the best thing for fat loss. Yes, cardio is good for your heart health, as we just discussed. Yes, HIIT can help you burn calories like anything else can, but ultimately, I just don't think it's a good idea. Many people who are on a fat loss journey and then they start doing HIIT, I feel like it's just, again, it's too high of an intensity to be doing right off the bat. A lot of people who are starting to lose body fat, they're coming from a place of not having done much before, and then all of a sudden you're doing these like really high intensity workouts. Not a good idea, first of all. And then secondly, it can easily drain recovery, make you hungrier, which is counterintuitive to what you want to be doing, and ultimately lead to burnout, because again, it's really high intensity. So overall, what is the best workout for fat loss? Well, there isn't one, because as we said, nutrition is the main driver for fat loss. But look at your strength training and your walks as a nice complementary thing to do. Do your cardio for your heart health if you are going to do it. And remember, you got to be consistent with being in a calorie deficit and keeping that protein intake high. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, do sign up to become a one-to-one online fitness member via the link in the caption of this video, and you can work with me and I'll tailor your nutrition and your workouts exactly to you and your life. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.